Hi, I'm Christopher from Center for Humanities Computing at Aarhus University, and I'm going to show you how you can use UCloud to run software that cannot run in a headless environment and is not provided by our App Store. Specifically, I'm going to exemplify with Gephi and Orange Data Mining. They are quite different software, but both of them need a desktop environment to run. Now I'm going to assume two things: that you have access to UCloud and understand the basic functionality, and that you can find Center for Humanities Computing's GitHub page. I'm going to start out at the GitHub page, and because we need a small initializer script that ensures that the software is installed. In this case, you move into UCloud app scripts, it's a public repository, and what we are going to do is we're going to clone that by pressing the button says code, and you can then either use the command line or you can download it as a zip archive and uncompress it. So I've done that now, and what you have is a clone of the repository, and we're going to use the Gephi script that's here, and we're going to use the Orange script. And we're going to upload that to UCloud and then run it when we start up the app. I'm going to return to UCloud, and I now assume that you already have uploaded the scripts and that it's available in your drive under Files. So I'm going to move into Files. I'm going to find my drive. So my drive is called instructor chcaa, and there I have two directories. I have dat, which contains some graph data, and I have my initializer scripts, the ones you just saw at GitHub, and the ones we're going to use to run our software from. Now let's move to the App Store. And what we need to run is the virtual desktop environment, not the virtual machine, but the virtual desktop environment. I'm going to search for that. So I'm going to write Ubuntu. See, Ubuntu virtual desktop environment we're going to provide, namely the XFCE. So you're going to choose that, the Ubuntu XFCE, not the virtual machine, but the Ubuntu XFCE. We choose that. You can favorite it so it's available in the future, and you choose that one. We say, yep, let's run that application. Now we're going to give it a name, and we're going to call it, start with Gephi. It's my first app, so I'm going to run like this. I'm going to say, well, need 4 hours, and for this particular task, a U1 standard 4 machine is sufficient. Now, the tricky part is ensuring that the proper parameters, the proper optional parameters are set up. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find our initializer script. Right? So this is a Gephi script we need. So we say initialization, use, then we select, and we go to our own drive. We find instructor chcaa or whatever yours are called. Go into my init folder, initializer scripts, and I'm going to choose the Gephi to use. Now the path will look somewhat like this. Just ensure that at least it's the same script that's available. But I need one more thing. I need to add my data directory. I need to have somewhere where I can read and write data to. So I'm going to add a folder. Again, I go into the root. I find where's my drive. That's here. And I'm going to choose my data directory, and I'm going to mount that. So this is how it's going to look. I have a name for my job. I set number of hours it's going to run. The machine is going to run on. I have my initializer script, and I have my data directory. And then I'm going to submit the job. Now we are preparing in the job in UCloud, and you can see we're waiting in a queue. Now this will take a while, and as a good TV chef, I've prepared the dish from home. So let's go into our job. Now here, it's the same. Now it's been accepted. So so it will look approximately like this, and you will end up having the information. chcaa says Gephi go. You can now press open interface. Right. So this means that your job is running. Gephi is available. Notice that you can extend the number of hours your job is going to run if you need to work more than the 4 hours we allocated. I'm going to open the interface. Just press open interface. And there you see, I immediately get a virtual desktop environment that says UCloud. Right? So this is Ubuntu virtual desktop environment, XFCE, and you'll notice that in the upper left corner, there's a link to our Gephi script. So you just double click it, and there you go. Gephi is starting up, and you have Gephi available as an app. So you can just work in Gephi now for the next number of hours that you allocate to the job, do whatever you need to do there. I'm going to close the virtual desktop environment down, and then I'm going to do the same for Orange. I'm going to make a new app for Orange. So the Orange data mining needs a slightly different way of starting, but the procedure for setting up a new UCloud is the same. So I'm choosing the Ubuntu virtual desktop environment. I give it a name, Orange. So 1, I'm going to say 4 hours, and I'm going to say, well, you know, the standard 4 machine is fine. I need a different initializer script this time. Same procedure, but a different script. So I go into my drive, so under the root, choose my drive. So the instructor CHCAA. I go into the initializer scripts, and I choose the Orange script this time. Same procedure for the data as last time. So there, and we are going to use our data directory so we can read and write data that is also store what we've been working on afterwards. And then I submit the job, and there you go. Now this will take a little bit longer to start, but the job is waiting in the queue, and when it's done it will look approximately like this. You'll get the same information. CSCAA says Orange data mining go. You can now press open interface. Now you should have it available. So you press open interface. Again, you need to reconnect. We just lost our connection. We press this a couple of times and we're all right. And then there you go. Same environment, but this time we do not have the Gephi link. So instead we need to start the terminal to run Orange. This is just right. So you choose the terminal down here. You get something like this, and then all you need to do is you need to start the program by writing Python -m orange dot canvas. So that is Python -m orange dot canvas. This will start a canvas in Orange. And there you go. Now our Orange started, and there you have your Orange data mining software available to you for exploring whatever data you have available. Let me just close down that app and then say this is really all for now. If you have any questions regarding the use of this kind of software that cannot run in a headless environment, please just contact us on the link below. Thank you.